Hello.
Yes, please.
Uh, Hello everyone. This side Deepesh Mishra. I'll be taking the session for today, demo session. So about me, I'm a corporate trainer on robotics process and automation, artificial intelligence, and IoT. I have experience around 5 years of corporate experience in corporate training, as well as 2 years of experience in industry. Okay. Now, let's talk more about my projects that what I have been did till now. So the recent project on RPA I'm doing for a company that is Toshniwan Industries Private Limited. So I'm working for their OCR, like optical character recognition for their CCTV camera, and from there they are fetching, recognizing by the Citrix flow workflow in RPA, and whatever the data they are capturing, there is a process automation. We have been connectify with the process and throughout in some security purposes, as well as on the tools, as well as on the a lot of process. We do deploy the project of what we have been working for Toshiba Industries Private Limited. Now, a few projects for Ring Infotech. We have been worked for RPA. Now, I would like to know about you guys. Can you introduce ourselves, please? Yes. Hello. Am I audible? Hello.
Yeah, okay. This is Victor from Bangalore. Thank you. Victor, thank you. I need to know about the what you are working basically. In which are you a corporate person or okay? That's great. You have 4 year of experience in .NET. That's great. Okay. For RPA, one thing I need to tell you, like either you are experienced or either from your programming background, either you are from not programming background. Basically, it's for everyone, those who are like looking for a change in industry, or those who are basically looking to grab something new or the current technology, so everyone can learn about it. And the good feature for the RPA is that there is no programming section, so you need not to worried about to program it, because that is just a drag and drop process in RPA tools. Okay, let's talk more about for our today course outline for RPA that we're going to know further. The course outline we have is first we're going to discuss few about robotics process and automation concepts. Okay, and after the concepts we're going to know about the some tools we have available in market of RPA, we have Blue Prism, then we have UiPath, then we have automation anywhere. So we're going to discuss about some tools and how they work, and why we have to choose and which tools we has to choose. That's what we're going to discuss few about UiPath overview also. Afterwards we're going to know about the automation process from UI. Okay, and how the activities flow actually works, how we're going to interface the system activities. Basically, that's what we're going to know about. Okay, now afterwards we're going to know about some tools of UiPath that we have, like user events, recorder, scrapping. That's all we're going to know about, the included in their ribbons. So that's we're going to discuss about in our course outline too. Also, we has to know about how to deploy the project, how in class project that we're going to work out. We also going to know about the different process and different outlines of in our RPA process while going to deploy which in a particular way. Either we are using RPA robot UiPath, or either we are doing orchestra, or either we are using in the process to deploy our automation. So which tools we has to use and when we has to use, that's all we're going to discuss further. We has to know about the troubleshooting process, programming and troubleshooting process. That's what we're going to discuss also. The and one is workflow citrix and data manipulation. This is also one of the important tools and process in our UiPath that's I've been working for a company. Now further we'll proceed with the course learned. Each and every part we're going to discuss about. Okay, so let's RP. Okay, first we need to discuss few about RPA. The acronyms RPA is actually robotics process and automation, as you know about it. So robotics process and automation that combines three words that actually uh, makes make revolution in industry. Robotics is very easy to know about from the Greek word that is used to call servant. Okay, that work for us basically, and also works according our user requirement actually. And in the terms of gadgets, in the terms of, we are using nowadays the word robotic, that is something that can be programmed and perform variety of tasks according to their own intelligent system. Okay, that's used to call as robotics. Now terms process. Now if I has to define process, so how we can define the process? Let's suppose I has to like manufacture a device. So the steps are going to follow the different kind of attributes I have required while manufacture the particular project. Or let's suppose take an example of making a tea. Okay, so while I have to make a tea, there are a lot of process. I need to boil the water, pour some milk, I has to pour some tea leaves. So these are the process while we are going to say the process while doing any particular task. Okay, and the terms automation basically, we when we segregate the word, that is auto, the auto words is the part where we need to talk about. Auto is something that actually performs their task according to without user intervention. Okay, so when we talk about something which is work according by their own process, what we have created for that, that is used to call as automation here. So when a particular task or something programmable device is going to work for us in particular process and automate our all structure, that is used to call as robotics process and automation. Okay, so these are the that is acronyms, and that's how we're going to work out. Now let's few discuss more about why we has to worried about the robotics process and automation, why I has to learn the robotics process and automation, and why we has to, how we can see the career in robotics process and automation. That's what we need to discuss a little bit. Okay, so when I talk about why we has to use the robotics and process and automation, I'll give you a small example. And the example is just think about for example, a small example I'll take of like transacting money from your ATM machine. Okay, so let's suppose nowadays if I have to like for security purpose, I need to know whether I am actually going to transact my money or not. Or let's suppose if your debit card is going to be like you miss your debit card. Okay, and somebody try to theft your money. Okay, so there are a lot of process like CCTV cameras and something and something. There are a lot of process that you can identify. But let's suppose a user or a person who theft your debit card broke all the system. So that time we need a particular intelligent system that can recognize the character, that can recognize the workflow to understand that whether my activities is actually similar to the person who is transacting money or not. Okay, that time I have some attributes to know about whether I have been transacting the money or not. Let's suppose in a month I am actually going to transact money 4 times. Okay, and the person who is theft my money, and the 4 times I used to transact the money around 2,000 every time. Okay, so because these all data is actually available in my system, so whenever by the RPA automation, what I can do, that I can automate a system that when these kind of thing is not very equivalent to my condition, so it will give me a notification, or I can automate something or integrate or send me a mail or a message or something that I can do. So that's what is the process. Okay, so in the industry, why we has to use RPA? Let's suppose a person who is working to generate an Excel sheet every day from different websites and has to make a content. Okay, so he has to go for each and every website, put some character, put some attributes, then enter some sheets over there. Then he come to know about like then he can generate the whole Excel sheet. Okay, but meanwhile, I am not really interested as a CEO of a company to invest more on a person who is doing the same task every day. I need something that can automate my these process. So that time we has to use RPA tools. But the RPA tool is going to work out. It's going to search the different websites similar to my requirement and generate me for me a Excel sheet. Okay, so why would I choose whether to hire a person or automate my own system? Okay, so these are the different kinds of facilitation by RPA tools available in the market. Now let's talk about the different kind of tools available in the market, different kind of software available in the market for RPA. That's what we need to discuss. So there are few tools that we're going to discuss. The first tool is UiPath. UiPath. Then the second tool we can discuss about Blue Prism. Okay. Then we have also Automation Anywhere. The three tools that are majorly used in industry basically. And right now we're going to use or discuss about UiPath. Now, why the difference between Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, and UiPath? Why we are using right now UiPath? That's all because like UiPath have some community edition that facilitate us to work. If you are either a say, individual or a small company, you can easily download and easily you can make a workflow over there, and you can there are a lot of tools that you can automate. Well, in the Blue Prism, that is license based. Basically, you have to purchase first, and there are no single even a demo version of Blue Prism. If you are about to buy, then only they'll let you give to use it. Okay. Similarly, in the Automation Anywhere. Okay. So that's why we are going to use UiPath. Okay. So UiPath basically facilitate two part that is UiPath Studio for the person who are about to buy the license. There are a lot of features. Let's suppose orchestral. These are the advanced features. In UiPath community, we can automate our system, but there are few less features available in community edition. Okay, so these are the difference between UiPath community, and there are a lot of difference basically. But yeah, of course, we can automate and we can learn UiPath basically by the community edition. Okay, now when I'm going to talk about UiPath, what the features I would have so that I can automate and I can understand about the RP. That is the more important fact that we have to know about. Okay. Now, UI automation and system activities. These the work process that we're going to work out, and due to some before to start with the UI path, we have to know about each and every tools available in our UI path, like how actually it's going to work. Or let's suppose we need to know about how we are going to scrap, are we going to record. These are the things we need to little bit know about. Okay, so UiPath automation, when we download the software by UiPath official website, we have to put some mail ID over there, some details we have to put over there. Then they send us a link. We can easily download the link, and then we can proceed with the session with the software basically. And now let's suppose we have to proceed with the UiPath. So I am very interested to show you UiPath. So I have already installed UiPath in my laptop. So I'll search it out here. That is UiPath Studio. UiPath Studio, in which I'm going to show you that a recorder, user event, scrapping. These all things I'm going to show you about it. Okay. Let's wait. Am I audible? Please say yes if am I audible here. Yes. Hello, Victor. Am I audible? Oh, that's great. Okay. So though we are about to open, it's about to open UiPath. Okay, so we have here a user interface of our UiPath Studio. Okay, basically. Now you can see here it when I've installed it, it's showing me here that either I want to proceed with the free version of UiPath, or I have to like activate my license key or review license. So these are the things that going to show us first of all. So we are going to continue free. So the version have been installed, that is a community version. You can see here that is UiPath Studio community. Now I would like to show you the blank version. See, first of all, I would like to show you the four framework that is the process that has been deployed by UiPath. That the first thing is blank process. While we are creating the project, we have to extract some tools from our UiPath, and then we have to go through. Then we have the process, the simple process of model. So in model, we have to extract some models over there. Let's suppose an example I will take. I'll show you some example of either from blank simple process, gen process improvement, and robotic enterprise framework, like when we're going to proceed further here. So now right now I'm going to show you the blank one. Okay, now whenever we create a blank project, we has to like put the name of the project. Let's suppose I'm creating here new project Adureka. Okay, so this one is the new project Adureka. Okay, yeah. So this one is the window we have user interface right now with us. Okay, I'll let you know about each and everything in the further steps, further like tutorials that we're going to work out. Right now I have to show you some attributes here. The first thing I would like to show, that is recording. Then we have here okay, this whole GUI part is used to call as ribbons. Okay, ribbons in our like software, the community studio software. And in which first of all we have already we have created one new file in the name of like new project Adureka. So this one is for recording. What we do with recording is, let's suppose you have to follow some you are following some steps. Okay, and you want to take a snapshot of each and a step that you would like to like record something, that how you are going to proceed a particular task. So each and every step going to be recorded by this recorder. Okay, so I'm interested to show you, if you are okay with it, can I show you the demonstration how to record the like video, any particular task? Victor, should I show you right now? Yeah, Victor, I'm asking something. Should I show how to a small demonstration of recording, or shall I proceed further? Okay, let me go through. Okay, so what we're going to do, that first of all, we going to interface here. We're going to click on the recording button. Okay, so what we going to do, that is we'll start with the basic process. Okay, now let's suppose what I'm trying to show you is that how a recording work in RPA. Okay, let's suppose I'm here. Take an example of working with anything we can work on. Either you're working on any particular software, either you're working on particular calculation, either you're working on any kind of projects with it. If you have to in RP, you need to know for every certain task how you're performing, how you're updating. So you can record over here within each and every snapshot over there. Okay, so I'm going to open here a calculator. Okay, that's great. Now, okay, so what I'm going to do, that yeah. Oh, basically, that's a problem I've been in. Wait, yeah, again on the recording, basic, and then start record. Okay, now I'll search it out here, calculator, or either I can go through by this process, calculator. Okay, now let's suppose I'm going to calculate something that is 5, 8 plus 2 Okay, SQL tool. Okay, that's great. Now, nothing more. I need to proceed with it because we cannot invest more time right now on the particular task. And I'll escape here. Now it will show me to save. Okay. So the small thing I would like to show you what have been did that till now is that you can see here in the recording sequences. For the first thing, what I've been did that on the click button, I've searched it out here. Okay. Then it's going to show me the calculator first. Okay. On the calculator, you can see here. Sorry. Okay. Wait. Oh, that's not been recorded properly. So that's how you can see, like as we recorded here, the whatever the process we have been did right now due to the recording basic button, we can record the sequences whatever we have been did till now on our software by the process of RPA. Okay, so that's how the things actually works. Any question you have to ask Victor for the same till now what I have been asked you? Oh, sorry, what I have been teach you right now. Any question, Victor? Hello, Victor. Okay, that's great. Okay. So what we're going to do that now, let's move on further. So that's simple process uh, of calculate recording. Now the second process I would like to interest to show you is that data scrapping or something scrapping tool. What do you mean by scrapping? So let's suppose in a simple general term, if I would say scrapping, that is scrapping means something extracting from some particular part, okay, some particular point. Okay, so scrapping in automation in the RPA, we have some tools in our UI path. The scrapping process is basically we have here web scrapping, desktop scrapping. Now, what's the difference in these all? Let's suppose I'll take an example of a scrapping. The example I'll take, I have to extract some uh, name as well as the price quotation for a particular product from a particular e-commerce website. Okay, so I have to take like details of different kind of grooming sets. Okay, so what I'm going to do that to scrap the information from a particular website throughout the sequences in our RPA tool. What I'm going to do that throughout the web scrapping, what I'm going to do that first of all I have to open the website. Okay, then I'm going to jump on the particular website. I'm going to click over there throughout the UI path, and after the UI path, the thing's going to be extracted from the particular website. I have to click the name of particular tools, the what have been has to extract, and different menus I have to create over there. Okay, let's suppose I have to create a menu to search it out or make 500 list of available on a website of calculator, different kind of Casio calculator. Okay, so I'll search it out on a particular website that Casio. Okay, so it will show me different kind of different pattern of Casio calculator. Okay, now I'll click on the Casio calculator or the particular website. Afterwards it's going to show me and it's going to generate a particular sheet of like the different kind of calculator available over there, and I can adjoin with the name as well as on the links, as well as if I has to know about the price list, I can also adjoin. So that's what we can do from the scrapping. Okay, so from the desktop scrapping, if I has to extract something from a particular desktop, so that's what I can do. Okay, so this is just a part of robotic automation, a robotic studio process. If I has to move on through the orchestra, that's we're going to discuss further. Now the process to extract something from a different server or a particular website throughout the orchestra. That time we need authentication of the server, and in the studio version, in the advanced version of this UiPath, then we can adjoin these further steps. Okay, now this one is the part of user event record and scrapping part in the class projects. It's not a small thing in the class project. When we have to create a particular project, we have to identify some sequences, following some sequences. We have to deploy some kind of tools and getting from the annotation. Okay, so that's how we create the class projects. These all we're going to discuss while we are going to work with some demonstration process. We're going to like adjoin these all part. Let's talk about orchestra. So one PPT over here, I'll show you further about the orchestra. So orchestra is basically a connectifier or a particular authenticable device, or you can say a software that authenticate to communicate from different servers. Okay, it's actually facilitate us to communicate from a different computer, different server. So that's how we can automate. Let's suppose I have a big company, and I have some few projects from different plants. Okay, and I need to automate a particular task of security system. Let's suppose that's a security system of camera, like how many people came today, or either particular biometric device. I have to automate something that I can identify different kind of people on a particular server. Okay, so from the different location, biometric device is going to be connected with a particular cloud server. From the server, there is an orchestra of RPA tools, and I'm going to fetch the data from the orchestra, and then I'm going to deploy the further things. So that's how I'm going to do that. Okay, now programming and troubleshooting, that's also in the part in RPA tools. In workflow Citrix data manipulation. So a small example I would like to give about OCR that I'm doing with the Citrix. OCR is optical character recognition. So you must have seen some projects or a particular application right now in these days, either from the Google. Let's suppose Google. How do Google character recognize any particular character? And you have seen some projects or some product nowadays that those, if you have to scan something, it will show you all the scanning thing in a character format, in a word format. So similarly, RPA also provided same kind of tools, so that we can like understand about the characters by just clicking the images, and how to manipulate the data in a particular pattern or in a particular process. That's what we can do by Citrix data manipulation. Okay, so we have to create some workflow. So these are the different kind of tools available right now in our UiPath that we're going to work further while we are going to learn about RPA in different tutorials. Okay, now uh, so one more thing I need to tell you, because I'm not be able after 11:30. So we're going to discuss more about the structure, and some overview of UiPath have been already given you. Some objectives for this particular course content is, after the completing the module, but we able to do that, we will be able to understand UiPath and platform components. Will be understand how to install UiPath Community Edition software. We can get easily an overview what we have been discussed about the projects in UiPath. We're going to work some lot of industrial projects in UiPath. We're going to understand about the user path, UiPath user interface. That is more important, that I have to tell you from each and every single tools available in a UiPath that we have to know about. Okay, so I'm interested to show you a small like session of hands-on session over the UiPath. Okay, so today I'll be interested to show you a small generating your Excel from a particular website. That's what I've been discussing about the scrapping tool. So today a small example of scrapping that I am interested to show you. That is, let's suppose for scrapping, I'll take an example. So here I'll create a new file, and I'll put here a sequences. Okay, I'll name it scrapping. Okay, 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 that's great. So what we're going to do that in scrapping, we as the example have been taken from a particular calculator from a particular e-commerce website. We'll take an example here and see before scrapping or before to scrap something, whatever the things we have to scrap, we have to open a particular website. So what we're going to do that, see one more thing we have to do. Let's suppose you are installing right now your software, so you have to enable the uh, scrapping tools in your browser so that it can be easily authenticable from a particular browser to scrap the data. Okay, so for that I'll let you know, you have to go for the setup. Over there you need to install some plugin for any particular browser you have, either you have Chrome, you have Firefox, anything you have to install the for the things. Now let's suppose I have to install scrap something from Flipkart, okay, or either Amazon or any particular e-commerce website. Okay, okay. So I'm interested here to know some price list of anything I can understand about. Let's suppose I'm taking a mobile phone of Samsung. Okay, I'll search it out here. Samsung. Okay, Samsung mobile. Okay, so I'll search it out all the Samsung mobiles here. Okay, now you can see here that it's going to show me some example of Samsung Galaxy Note and then different tools. So what I'm going to do that I'm going to interface here scrapping tools, that is that sorry yeah, next. Now as I told you, first of all the name what we are have to extract, I click here, then it will also tell me to select second element so that it can recognize actually that which kind of element we are extracting each and every from the page. Okay, so next, then again the same thing we has to extract. Now we has to rename it. Okay, the rename is a name, I can say here name. Okay, and if I has to extract the URL, you has to click over here, and column 2 you can change here URL. Next. Okay, so you can see here we easily extract here the different name and different Samsung mobile phones available over the particular website. Okay, with the links. Okay, if I has to extract something more information from a particular website, I need to click on extra correlated data. Okay, if I has to extract the price of these all mobile phones with their respective columns, so I have to do this, I have to again click on the price list. Okay, then it also is telling me to second element to similar element, and again I have been put this here. Okay, that's great. Now I need to put here the price. Next. Okay, so you can see the respective name with the respective URL with the respective price we got. Okay, now in RPA we have a lot of things that we can do this. Either I can extract in the email format, or sorry, CSV format. I can extract in the PDF format or in a particular Word format, or either I can mail it, or either you can compare a lot of things. I can make automate with a lot of tools we have available in RPA that we can discuss further. Okay, and the lot of tools going to be interfaced with the different dissection, different process to be interrelated in cognitive model. Okay, so today we have not that much of time, so but what we're going to do that really we're going to bind up the session. I hope you enjoy my session, and let's see, we're going to proceed further, and of course thanks to everyone. Any question you have to ask me, you can ask me right now so that I can bind up the session. Yes, Victor, any question you have, you can ask me right now. Victor, are you able to hear me? Victor, are you able to hear me or not? Victor, are you able to hear me or not? Um, Hello. Can you unmute Victor, please? Can you hear me or not? Please type message here so that I can know about it. Okay. I'm not able to get your message, Victor. Oh, okay, that's great. Okay, great. Now, okay, thank you for everything. And I hope so that we'll proceed the further RPA tools as soon as possible. Thank you. Okay, great. Keep going on.